Hi guys, welcome to my video. Luis Das from English CC Luis channel. Very happy to meet you. And today I am going to help you to understand the formation of the verbs in perfect tenses. Straight away we will go into the matter. In my previous video, if you had watched it completely, you would have noticed we discussed about continuous tenses. Okay, we wrote all the formation of verbs for the present continuous, past continuous and future continuous, and the formation of verbs for those different tenses. Today we are going to have the perfect tenses for our discussion, and those who are viewing it for the first time, viewers, subscribe my channel, click the bell icon and watch my video till the end. After watching this video, go back to my previous videos. You will learn all the grammar items in a simple manner that you can easily understand. So, let us go to the class straight away. Okay guys, so today we are going to have the discussion on perfect tenses. Now whenever we think of perfect tenses, immediately what are the auxiliary verbs that should come to our mind? Just recall your mind. We have discussed it and we have said several times. Several times we have discussed. Immediately when we think of perfect tenses, what are we supposed to remember? I hope you have the answer in your mind. What are those words? Has, have and had. Okay, these are the auxiliary verbs used for perfect tenses. Has, have and had. And second thing that you must be very familiar with or you must be knowing is that after writing has or have or had, we must write only the past participle form of the verb, which is known as verb 3. Okay, which is known as verb 3. So these are the two basic information that we need to remember before we go into the formation of verbs in perfect tenses. Okay guys, so let me write the names of the tense on the board there. Perfect tenses. See, today we are going to have a look at perfect tenses. Perfect tenses, we will see all the perfect tenses together. All the perfect tenses together. First of all, we go into present perfect tense. Remember the verb, auxiliary verb, has, have, these are the, and had. And remember, we will consider all the perfect tenses today, so that will help us. So these you must remember there. So let me write the examples here for the present perfect tense formation. So let me write an example there. We have begun. We have begun our, say for example, exams. Okay, we have begun our exams. We have begun our exams. And this is one example that I have given you. But let me proceed like what we did for the other tenses. So let us start from the subjective pronouns. What are the auxiliary verb and the verb that we are maintaining in the third form of the main verb that we will be using there. Okay, so that's an example. So let me start with the first person singular. I have begun. I have begun my exam. My exam. and then we have begun our exams. Our exams. You have begun your exams. He has begun his exams. She has begun her exams. Of course, it we cannot make use of it, but remember that it has begun its exam. You can say there is no harm in that. It has begun its exam. So it can be referred to any birds or animals or any other thing. It has begun its exam. It has begun its program. So like that we can call it, no problem. It has begun for our purpose of grammar only. I am writing this. It has begun its exam. And finally, they have begun their exams. Okay? Now these are the subjective pronouns I have written here, and the verb here. Look at the verb here. Here you have begun, have begun, have begun. But when it comes to third person singular, see, has begun, and has begun. Again you have begun. So, what is the formation of verb that you can think of for the present perfect tense? So let me write present perfect for the time being. Okay, present perfect tense. All right, present perfect tense. So what is that? We have the subject plus have or has plus the third form of the verb, verb 3. In other words, past participle form of the verb, PPV call it, past participle form of the verb. Okay, have past participle form of the verb, and then of course we have the object and the rest. So this is the formation of the verb for present perfect tense. Present perfect tense. So when to use has only for the third person singular. If you have the subject as third person singular, and if you are writing sentences in present perfect tense, you have to use has. But apart from that, I, we, you, they. So you have to use only have. Okay guys, very simple, very simple. And remember, when do we use this present perfect tense? Remember, when we discussed, we said present perfect tense is used to describe an action that has begun just a few minutes ago, just a few minutes ago, or just a few hours ago, or just a while ago. See, an action that has begun just a few minutes ago. So that is present perfect tense. Okay, so what else do we need? That's all. Shall we go off the next perfect tense, guys? Good, you are all very smart, very smart. I know you can understand it very easily. If you still find it difficult, my video is always there. Just go there and review it, so you'll be all right. So there are these off. Yes, guys. Good. Okay, now for the past perfect tense, for the past perfect tense, we are going to use all the subjects as usual, and then we are going to have only one auxiliary verb, and this is for the past perfect tense. Had, and had. So whether it is third person singular or first person singular or plural or third person plural, for all the subjective pronouns you use had and then the past participle form of the main verb, third form of the main verb. And this is much easier. This is easier than the present perfect tense, because you don't have to worry about which auxiliary verbs to use. You don't have to worry about third person singulars, nothing about that. So for all the subjective pronouns, whether it is first person or third person or second person, you use had. So what is the formation of verb that you can think of? Subject plus had and then verb 3. What we call it? Past participle form of the verb. Past participle form of the verb plus the object and then the rest. Okay? See, very simple. Very simple. So look at the recall our circumstances. When can this past perfect tense be used? When I went to the station, the train had left. See? When I went to the station, the train had left. You remember when we were discussing about the past perfect tense? I told you there could be two different actions taking place. And the first action is referred in past perfect tense. And the second action is referred in simple past tense. So, past perfect tense is used to describe an action that had happened in the past. When I went to the station, the train had already left. Now, what are the two different actions? Going to the station, the train leaving the station. So, which happened first? The train leaving the station. So, when I went to the station, the train had left. Very simple. See, past perfect tense is used for the first incident and past tense is used for the second incident. Any problem here? Any problem here? Had plus past participle form of the verb and then the object, of course. Object, of course. Here we have used all the possessive cases, if you remember. All the possessive. This is for us to have the clear-cut meaning for the sentence. That's why we have used my, our, your, his, its, their. They are all possessive pronouns. Possessive pronouns. Okay? So don't confuse yourself. Don't confuse yourself. Because if you don't write this one, you don't have the meaning completed. It doesn't have any complete meaning. See, I had begun exam. Doesn't matter, you can say, but then the meaning is not complete. So therefore, when you write this auxiliary verb, possessive auxiliary verb, the meaning is completed here. So therefore, we use here. So don't get confused there with your understanding. So this is past perfect tense, guys. So we go to the next perfect tense. What is next? Future perfect tense. Future perfect tense. So let me write it, future perfect tense. Future perfect tense. See, now I have to drop all these things because we are going to have a different formation of verbs altogether. See? So let me write it very clearly. Future perfect tense. Okay? Future perfect tense. Clear? Okay, now let me come back here. We have used all these three auxiliary verbs for present perfect and the past perfect. But what about this one here? See, what about this one here? Now we are going to learn about the future perfect tense and the formation of verbs there. So let me wrap this also. Okay, then it will be easy for you. Remember, whenever I told you, whenever you think of future, what should come to your mind? Will or shall? Will or shall. Okay? Will or shall. So we have to remember that also now. Will or shall. Future perfect tense. After writing will or shall, since it is perfect, we have to use the verb have, not has. So let me write the example here. See? Again, you are free to use will or shall anywhere you like. But I prefer will for all the subjective pronouns. So let me use only will there. So I will have begun my exam. See, I will have begun my exam. We will have begun our exams. You will have begun your exam. Your exam. So automatically you can say the answer for the rest of the subjective pronoun is there. He will have begun his exam. She will have begun her exams. It will have begun its exam. They will have begun their exam. Okay? So, now you know the verb already. We will have plus past participle form of the verb. Similarly, you have the verb for all the sentences here. See? Okay? So, how can we form the formation of verbs here? So, begin with subject. So, in your mind, you are already telling me the answer. So, after writing the subject, since this is future, we will write will or shall. So, after writing will or shall, and perfect is also added. So, therefore, we have the auxiliary verb have. Have, and then now we come back to verb 3. PPV, past participle form of the verb. Past participle form of the verb. Plus the object and the rest. Okay guys, see how simple it is. Subject, will or shall plus have plus verb 3 plus the object and the rest you can have there. Very simple, future perfect tense. And look at the circumstance in which we were using when we were discussing about the circumstances under which this future perfect tense can be used. You can understand the meaning. I will have begun my exam. So they are all imaginary actions that you must be getting in your mind by this time. When you say will have, after the main verb, they are all imaginary. So when I went there or when I go there, they will have begun the prayer. They will have begun the assembly. They will have begun the classes. So this is how the future perfect tense is seen. So future perfect tense is used to describe an action or rather imaginary action that will be happening in the future. To some extent it is certain, no? I will have begun my exam next year. We will have begun our exam next week. See? Certain is there. So at the specific time in the future. So this is how we must be able to identify ourselves, the circumstances and the usages of the tense. Future perfect tense. Okay guys. So what else do we need? Future perfect tense. You have all the auxiliary verb and you have the formation of verb here and then we have the sentences. Any sentence that you can frame by using the future perfect tense. Okay, this is it. As far as the perfect tenses are concerned, we have seen the simple tenses, we have seen the continuous tenses, and today we have seen the perfect tenses and the formation of their verbs. So this is how we go step by step, gradually but steadily. So if you had watched my videos without any interaction, without any disturbances, certainly I can guarantee you, you would have learned much grammar better than the previous time. See? because I am just going in a certain way so that it won't be a distracting factor for you to understand the grammar, especially the tense. Okay, guys. So make use of my videos, watch it till the end, subscribe it, click the bell icon, increase the subscribers, and we will meet you in the next video. Goodbye for the time being. Thank you.